Good morning. It's Saturday morning, late morning, and I'm slowly making my way up to the campground, Round Valley. I'm bummed because I want to peak Jacinto, but we got some, well, it's partly cloudy right now, but there's some thunderheads above it right now. And I asked the ranger what the chances are for thunderstorms, and he's like, well, he goes, until 11 o'clock at night, there's a 30% chance of rain and thunderstorms up there. And same thing for tomorrow morning all the way to 11 a.m. And I'm like, oh, I'll be gone by then. So I doubt it's going to happen. It's not going to happen this afternoon. Probably by the time I get up there, I'm going to be beat. Because this is lighter than my hike when I did the section hike to the Whitewater Preserve. But it's still pretty heavy, and I'm slogging it up elevation, and it's warm today. It's even warm up here. I think it's supposed to get down to, or up to, 117 at the valley floor, so which means that it's going to be, it's going to be in the 80s up here. So, and it already feels like it's 80 in the sun, definitely. So I'm like, oh. Anyway, so I'm going to go camp, probably wander around, check out the different areas around the campground, because there's great distances between the campsites, so I'm going to just do a little bit of hiking and get up early tomorrow. And if we didn't get saturated overnight, if there's no thunderstorm, no thunderheads up in the sky, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to go try to peek. If there's thunder going on and lightning, I'm going to have to delay it to another weekend, unfortunately. I'm not going to go up on top of a mountain peak when there's lightning. No thank you. The campground's like 15 to 1800 feet below the peak, so, and you've got trees around you and you're a little bit more protected, so whew. So trying to think of how much my backpack is weighing. I did weigh it before I added water and food, and I just realized I forgot my camp shoes. I swear. I'm always forgetting something. Oh well. I weighed it before I put food in it, and it was about, I want to say 18 or 19 pounds. No, that doesn't make sense. That was with food in it. But no water yet. So, I would put my base weight quite low, but it's not. I didn't bring certain articles of clothing. Like, it's not going to get that cold, and there's a possibility of rain, so I didn't bring my puffy. Right there, that's 12 ounces. And I didn't bring my t-shirt, and that was like another five something ounces. So I shaved a pound off, but it's still heavy at elevation. So probably with water, because I've got 3.5 liters of water on me, or I started with that, there's less now. I think I'm slogging something like 27 pounds. It's very difficult in elevation. It was hard down near Whitewater, but it's really difficult here. And I think I'm in better shape now, but I'm like, oh my God. Getting there very slowly though. They're doing maintenance up here. Not sure if they're breaking up trees, chopping down trees, or what. Hard at work. You know, I was hearing rumbles on the hike up. Well, I assumed they were thunder, but now I'm wondering if I was hearing maintenance. Trail maintenance too. Well, my first choice was open, so I'm going to go up there and make sure there's actually nobody up there and take a break. Ooh, bumblebee. You can see him. Pretty. All right. This is the campsite for the evening. Gonna have to do some explorations for private privy areas, but other than that, looks good. And I'll probably, this is a nice flat spot literally right here, so this is where I'll pitch. It's really hot right now. Where I'm pitching my tent is right in the sun, so it's really, really hot. So I'm just over here in the shade taking a break. Put my buff on. And yeah, I'll pitch it in a little bit. Just thought I heard somebody coming up. Oops. Well, I've got my tent partially up, not completely lined out. I'm going to do that after lunch because I'm dying. So I wanted to show you what I brought for meals. I brought tuna creation and some tortillas. I'm going to mix that with some cheese. I've got my Sugar Rush when I need it. I've got Mountain House biscuits and gravy that's for breakfast in the morning. Got a couple of bouillon cubes and a north side somewhere buried in here. The north side. It's going to be for dinner later. And then I have assorted snacks. I've got some mix, and I've got some. I tried this. It's kind of super healthy, but I actually liked it. And a couple of other like bars, like a Cliff Bar somewhere down in there, and I got old standby peanut butter down there too. So I've got enough food to literally to eat through lunch tomorrow. Although by lunchtime I should be back at the trail. So there was a group of 4 people that just walked through my campground from way up there, just randomly. I'm like, what? Maybe that's why this one wasn't taken, because maybe some people take a shortcut down from the peak and come down through the campsite. That's not privacy. What happens if I was like behind a rock or something peeing? I'm like, come on. So I got to keep that in mind when I'm out and about. Oh well. All right, I think it's time to go down and get an extra liter of water. I brought my Sawyer filter, and I have an empty bottle, so I'm just going to walk back down to the, there's a little spigot at the beginning of the campground, like a couple tenths of a mile that way. I'll go fill it up, come back up, and see what there is to do next. Whoop! Yeah, I'm seeing what they say of my slow flow for the mini. I may just get the regular size. Speed it up a little. I just wandered around out there for a little bit, and there's a couple of secluded places for middle of the night emergencies, so that's good. Hey, it's important to know where you need to go, you know what I mean? Now I'm looking at the sky, and sure enough, just like the ranger said, 3 o'clock, this is going to be rolling in. It's still a little bit before 3. There will be no peaking of San Jacinto this afternoon. I'm going to figure out, I'll find, God, my God, there's so many gnats and flies, and ugh. I'm going to figure out tomorrow morning whether or not to try. It honestly depends on the weather. Home for the night. So those are the privies. It's like a 7 to 10 minute walk to them from where I'm camping. They are so nasty. They look clean, but they are so nasty inside. I think I shall find a tree or a rock from here on out, because that's not really. Yeah, I'm actually closer to the water spigot than I am the privies, but that's okay. Especially after seeing the inside of those. So the sun has come out again. I'm hoping that bodes well for tomorrow morning. We'll see. So everything's up. Got some little light reading down there. Kind of set up in there. It was really hot earlier, so I threw that quilt completely off. It was way too hot. But it's not a perfect pitch, but it'll do. The ground's super soft, so I put rocks on top of every single stake, so it doesn't come up. Well, here's to hoping for a good night's rest. Hey, I have to mention these guys. I picked them up at Sprouts, like a cluster of them. No sugar, but it's an electrolyte supplement. And I put it in my 1 liter water. It turned it very, very purple. And it's actually pretty good. I'm not missing the sugar. And there's no artificial sweeteners either that I could tell. So I'm liking that. So that's another option other than some other things that I've been trying. So, it was on sale. I forgot what it was, but it was a pretty decent price. So hopefully it's the same way when I start to stock up on them for next year. All right. Let's boil this puppy. Going to add the beef bouillon cube. And I have no idea when it's going to be done. It's got to boil. And then in a normal stove, it says 7 minutes, but I don't think it's going to be that much for the jet boil. It's got to play it by ear. Wish me luck. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty ready, so let me try it. It's very hot still. It's good. It's super salty, but I think that actually will work in my favor from the hiking. But it's pretty good. I think the beef bouillon actually added some flavor too, so I like the north sides. So we're gonna mix that up with other creative things. The tuna stuff that I ate for lunch kind of gets messy, unfortunately. That's the only downside of that. I wish Mountain House was cheaper. I'd love to do those a lot, but they're really expensive. Oh well. Hopefully I'll have a few as a luxury item along the way. But in the meantime, Northside's very affordable and pretty darn good. And you can't beat ramen, too. That's going to be on the diet. All right, well, I'm going to finish this and say goodnight and just chill for a while. Dude. I don't know if you can see all these things. I'm glad I'm in here and they're out there. This is crazy. Infestation, man. So, I just had the most amazing semi-Blair Witch Project thing going on. I basically, it's a little bit past midnight, like 12:30, and I went out to, do my thing, and, it's pitch dark out there. So it's kind of creepy, but no sounds until close to the very end, and then I hear like a branches snap. I'm like, oh, let's hurry up and finish. So came back here, and I'm panning around with my headlamp, which was on, not red light, white light, and I caught movement over there, and it's very, very large. I'm like, oh shit, and it scared the crap out of me. It got my heart beating for sure. But it was this huge deer with antlers, and I know they can be kind of aggressive, the males anyways. But he was far enough away where I think my light shining on him. He's like, nope, I don't know what that is. And he turned around. And he started like walking away. But I can still hear him occasionally. He's probably over 100 yards away. But he was maybe 50, 60 yards away when I first spotted him. And he was big. I'm like, oh shit! But it's cool because it's the first wildlife I've seen out here other than squirrels and birds. Hopefully that's all I'll see tonight. Scarier this way. Anyways, not getting a good night of sleep as usual. Let's hope I can now. I've got to solve that problem. I'm just going to be so tired on the PCT if I don't solve the sleep problem. But, anyways, the quilt's awesome. I like the quilt. That was a good addition. But anyways, I'll see you in the morning. I do not feel like cooking this morning, so I, instead, am going to do the peanut butter and tortilla breakfast. And if I'm still hungry, I'll throw in, like, the Cliff Bar, I guess. I don't know why. I look forward to that. I just don't feel like cooking this morning. I don't know why. So, these are the tights. Actually, a lot of you don't follow. I posted on Facebook. I'm looking for a replacement for these tights. They're like 9.8 ounces. And I do love them. They're a little bit large. And I can move down in size, I think. But I need suggestions from you on what sort of tights I can get. I'm looking for lighter weight, like stuff that I can hike in a pinch if it gets too cold. Anyways, just throw your ideas if you know of anything. I think this is too big for me now. I know it's supposed to fit over a puffy, but I'm swimming in it. I may have to order a size smaller, and that would be awesome because that's going to be less ounces, right? This is a little bit too much. So, it's about 6:30. I'm going to head down. I'm going to slack pack and head down and fill up water because look, it's clear right now. So I'm going to try. I'm not energy-wise feeling up to trying to peak, but I'm going to try. The weather's holding, so it's one of the reasons I came up here. Right? All right, let me get changed and so I think I'm going to call it. I'm close to Wellman's Divide, maybe like 3 or 4 tenths of a mile, but I am just not feeling it. Hurting. I think the problem is I didn't sleep well last night. And it's actually hot already, which is weird. And I'm under dappled shade right now, so it's only going to get worse. I hate quitting like that, but I don't think I physically am up to doing it yet. Sorry, bugs. And I hope it's not indicative of the trail of the PCT next year. All I'm thinking about is, okay, by the time I get back down, I got to pack up camps. I didn't do that this morning, and that's going to take a while, and then I have to make my way back down to the tram, and I'll total up all the miles over yesterday and today and let you guys know later, but I'm so beat. Don't be disappointed in me, I'm sorry. Another day. I'd like to do it this summer so I don't have to, since I don't want to do it during the PCT hike. I don't want to take the time out. Whitney, yes. This, no, because it's in my backyard, but anyways, we'll see. I'll try again. I still want to do that through hike to Idlewild, and that's actually going to be easier than this because after an initial gain of like 700 feet or so, it's all level and downhill, so that's cake. It's long. It's 10.5 miles, but it's not going uphill like this. So anyways, I'm going to start to pick my way down there again and go find my campsite and break down. Alrighty then. I don't see blisters, but then again, I don't know what they look like. So I was calculating in my head how much it will be by the end of the day, mileage-wise. If you count today and yesterday, it'll be like 7.5, 8 miles, maybe a hair over. So, more than last time I was up here. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. I think I did 6.5 last week. But still not where I want to be. I guess it's improvement at elevation, so, and going uphill for a lot of it. That's progress, I suppose. I'm thinking really deeply about my sleep system again, and gear in general. I'm going to have to go down a size in that rain jacket that you saw me, the rain wind jacket. That's fine. Oh gosh, what else? Well, the tent that I have, I love my copper spur. But the limitation I'm having with that, well, there's a couple things wrong with it. It's starting to have problems with its poles. And I haven't had it that long. I haven't abused it. But the little paracord that snaps the poles into place, it's a freestanding tent, if you guys have ever had one of those, or probably do. One of them is not snapping anymore, so it's broken inside. But I still can get the pole. I can still get it into the pole and the poles together, which is fine. However, this last night I noticed that one of the poles won't slide all the way in. I don't know if that's a related issue. It's still standing, so I have to look at that. Hopefully, it's okay. One of my irritations with it, I like to sleep with my gear. And the problem is that little copper spur is a one-man tent, and there's not enough room for the backpack and everything else. So, it's out in the vestibule, which doesn't cover everything, unfortunately. Now, I've been eyeing the Big Agnes Tiger Wall. It's actually the two-man tent is actually an ounce or two less than my one-man tent. Oh, there goes a bird. Squirrel. But I can't afford it. I mean, that's a $400 outlay. And I mean, I've got my GoFundMe page. I'm trying to make up the difference that I know I'm going to have next year for the hike. I can't go spending something like $400. I can't. I just don't have it. I can't afford it. I just have to deal with the copper spur and hope it doesn't snap on me. The other problem is directly related to sleep. That's my pad. It's a Neo Air X Lite, and I've tried one of the Thermarests, not the Z-Sol, but I don't know, one of the closed foam pads, and I bought them out because I'm a side sleeper, and my hips just kill me if I do that. But the problem with this, I've only slept on this Neo Air 3 times, I want to say, maybe 4. And it is losing air every 3 hours. I have to blow it up. And I've babied that thing. I sleep with a ground sheet and a tent. I have not cowboy camped. And I always cleared the debris down below. So I don't know if I got a faulty one or what. But it's... Oh, I just ate a nap. It's so irritating, I swear, guys. So that's one problem with it. The other problem is it's a little bit narrow for my wide butt. And I think that's one reason why I had problems when I used to sleep with a sleeping bag, because I'd slip and slide on that thing all the time and fall off. A little bit better last night. The quilt was awesome, and because I was sleeping directly on the pad, I didn't slip as much. But that, if it was just that, I just suck it up and deal with it. The fact that it's losing air too, I gotta do something. I might try another closed foam. It's another Thermarest that I've seen that looks a little bit thicker, but I'm not holding my breath on that. It'll probably still hurt me, which means I'll still have to get an inflatable. So I might spring for the wide version of the Neo Air and hope that just doesn't lose air every 3 hours. You know? I don't know. It's just like I can't afford these outlays now. I should be saving for food and but I've got to make some changes, I think. And the sucky thing, if I get that wide mattress, it's going to weigh more. And I'm trying to shave ounces, man. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Sorry, I'm not a negative person. I'm just in a grouchy mood this morning, apparently, because of lack of sleep. Anyways, suggestions are always welcome. Pretty, very pale purple flowers growing up amongst the skunkweed. I don't know if it's part of the skunkweed or weeds. It's pretty. I am heading home, and it is so hot down here on the valley floor. It's ridiculous. So that was a learning experience. I'm still bummed that I didn't peak, but they always say, listen to your body. Listen to your body on the through hike, especially. And I would have been, God, I don't even think I'd be back down at the camp right now. It would have been, with this warm day and condition I seem to be in, that would have been embarrassing, because who knows, I might have had to call for a ranger rescue. Sorry, driving home. Anyways, so I hope you like what you saw. At least you got to see the camp and some hiking. And if you like it, throw me a like. If you don't like it, tell me what I can do to improve. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to go home and get cleaned up because I am dirty. I swear. It's like I look at my gear and me, and it looks like I rolled around in the dirt on the ground, just purposely. It's crazy. Oh well. I won't even show you my fingernails. And I've even washed my hands. So it's like, oh. Alright. You guys have a good week.